recording on the phone. Yeah, so so let's get started, and we'll do everything in sets of 3 because that's the number I want to choose today. Alrighty, so let's come over to the mat, and what you need is a strap, and I want it to be on a really big loop like that, and 2 blocks like this, okay? And remember, if you don't have the equipment straight away, just, go and get some. It's worth it. It's worth taking care of yourself, and this really does. Otherwise, just use like the strap from a bathrobe or a belt that you've got in the cupboard. Join a couple of them together. Use a couple of fat books. Alrighty. So we'll start first of all. We're just going to lie down on our backs. Oh, how marvelous is that? And then just move the top of the hips toward the buttocks, and then move the shoulder blades down, and then lengthen the back of the neck so that the skull, the occiput, is going up and the neck lengthens. And inhale, and as you exhale, bring your knee into the chest. So we'll just start with something gentle first of all. And inhale and exhale to release. And inhale and exhale, left knee to the chest. And inhale and exhale. So you do 2 more, so we're doing sets of 3 altogether. So just inhale and exhale as you pull the knee into the chest. And then you inhale to release and exhale the legs long. So doing the same on the other side, and observe the turn of the breath. There are meditators that have actually come to a stage of enlightenment just by focusing on when the breath turns. This is the point of life and death that we constantly doing all day. Always good to remember. Inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Now, in my other videos, we've done a lot on Supta Padang Gustasana, so I will refer you to those in the description. So, assuming that you've done that already, I want you to get the strap and just put it around the ball of the foot and straighten that leg out. So really stretch out through the heel and pulling back the shoulders and bringing the dorsal spine in. So the dorsal spine means, the back here. So you've got the dorsal spine, as opposed to the anterior spine, which is the spine on the inside of the body. Good. Now look at your foot and make sure it's nice and square, and bring those shoulders right back and really pull that spine in and broaden across the collarbones, arms straight and face relaxed, looking past your toe. So really work on straightening that leg. So a lot of lower back stuff is to do with our hamstrings, and so this is a nice hamstring stretch that you can do. Good. And let's release. And we're going to start on the other side. So again, putting that over the ball of the foot, looking at your toes and your foot. The inside of the foot is straight, so it's like the inside is always parallel with both feet. So, and your foot is like a triangle shape, but that inside line. Good, and really straighten that leg and pull the foot back as you bring your shoulders back and relax the forehead, the face. Make the knee nice and strong. Pulling in the lower belly. Great, and release. Awesome. Okay, now this time put the strap over the center of the foot like a stirrup on a horse, and then just lie yourself back. And inhale, and as you exhale, just pulling that leg down. So you're really pulling that hip femur bone into the hip socket. So holding the strap, one in each hand, and arms are straight. Now, try and have that leg directly over your hips. I can just see in my reflection that I had it here. So just move it so that the leg is straight. And really pulling that leg into the hip socket. So a lot of our lower back stuff also is to do with the movement of the femur bone in the hip socket. Beautiful. Now see if you can bring that foot toward you and put the strap in one hand. So if it's the right leg, put the strap in the right hand. And then just bring your left hand out to the side and have it flat on the floor. I've got a wall here, so just imagine there's no wall. Inhale, and as you exhale, just drop that foot over to the right side, but don't twist the foot at all. So you've still got that inside the foot parallel. Great. So don't turn the foot and keep that leg as straight as you possibly can. Now if your leg is bending, just move the foot further away, but you can use the strap to help. And if you find it hard to hold, then put blocks and pillows under your arms and your legs to support it. You can come back and watch this video later. Good. And inhale and exhale over to the other side. Great. So this one you'll feel a nerve stretch all along the right side of the leg. Now, I do this exercise very frequently in a week because this is one of the most important ones that you can do to really maintain the health of your lower back and your hips. And when you do this regularly, you'll find a massive difference in how you feel when you're running and walking and you're all over flexibility, especially if you're sitting a lot. Good. And bring the foot up. Great. And let's just change the foot. So the one that's on the floor should be nice and strong as well, pressing down on the top of the thigh. And inhale, and let's just exhale as we straighten that leg up. So really bring the toes back toward the shins, shoulders back toward the floor, lengthening the neck and kneecap. So while you're doing this, keep focusing on your breath and just observe an even rhythm of the inhale and the exhale. So and relaxing the face. If you know this exercise well, you can even close your eyes. And now let's hold it, the strap in the left hand, stretching the right arm out. I have to move over to get more room. Alright, so I can't get it all the way down to the wall. It's annoying. Alright, here we go. That's better. Alright, great. So bringing that foot over to the side. And if you want to, you can turn the head in the other direction. It's entirely up to you. What's important is you keep the shoulders down, shoulder blades down, and the leg is straight. And you can even, if you've got a wall too, you can use it to support the leg if you find it difficult holding the leg up. And let's inhale, bring the leg up to the center, and then as you exhale, bring the leg over to the other side. Keep that leg as straight as you possibly can, and put your left thumb on your left hip crease and move that left top of that left thigh down. So you imagine the tailbone, left tailbone coming around toward the right. Good. And then stretching it back up. And then bring both legs down and just close your eyes and come into your breath. So just feel how it's feeling right now. And observe the energy in your legs. It's a good idea with this exercise as well to observe the energy before you even start. So just feel how your legs are long and energized and strong. Beautiful. And let's calm ourselves down. So let's just inhale for 3, on 2, on 3, hold for 3, on 2, on 3, exhale for 3, on 2, on 3, hold for 3, on 2, on 3. So continue in your own way 2 more times. So it's a box breath. So it's inhale for 3, hold for 3, exhale for 3, hold for 3. Now you can change the number if you like, 6, 9, 12. Try to keep in cycles of 3. 3 is the creation, 3 is the Trinity. It's the Father, Mother, Child. It's the girl, princess, queen. It's mind, body, and spirit. So 3 is a very holy, it's considered to be a very holy number of creation. So as we recreate ourselves today, let's focus on the number 3. Beautiful. It was also full moon yesterday in Pisces on the 3rd of September. So let's take advantage of the mystical energies. Alrighty, so now what I'd like you to do is put that strap over the center of the foot, and this time we're going to do a dynamic movement. So you're going to have that left arm up, inhale, and then exhale, right leg over to the right. And then inhale, swap hands to the left. And then inhale to the right. And then inhale to the left. And then inhale, last one, to the right. And inhale to the left. Beautiful. Well done, everyone. Release the strap and just bring that knee into the chest. And then bring the foot to the floor next to the buttock. And just bend your left leg and bring the left ankle on top of your right knee, or just in front of your right knee. And press that left shin away. Sorry, left thigh, I meant to say. Press the left thigh away. And then interlace the fingers and pull that right shin into the chest. Now, if it's hard to interlace your fingers around the shin, then interlace the fingers behind the knee. So whatever works for you. Remember, there's no prize here for being the champion yogi. It's all about what you can do with your body today and what feels good. So just keep reminding yourself to come back to your breath and notice if you're holding it or it's changing rhythm, and just continue to breathe rhythmically. Lovely. Okay, and let's change to the other side. So bringing the strap over the foot and flexing it, and then holding it. So I've got left foot, left hand, same arm. So inhale and exhale over to the left. So observe the turn of the breath again. And then inhale and exhale over to the right. Ooh, I can feel it more on this side. So keep that leg on the ground, it doesn't move any. Excuse me. Inhale and exhale to the left. That's number 2. So keep that right leg exactly where it is, planted down, foot flexed. Inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. And last one, inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Release the strap. Bring the knee into the chest. Exhale as you bring the knee in. And then bring the heel to the bottom. Bend the right leg. Bring your buttocks toward your heel. And then interlacing the fingers to bring the knee in. So really pushing away that right knee. And then bringing that left shin back toward the body, heel toward the body. And just allow this nice deep stretch. So I feel it particularly through the glutes here. So, you know, a lot of lower back stuff too is about tight glutes and the iliotibial band. So the IT band, so this really helps as well. And if you have any iliosacral issues, then the strap is very good, what we've just been doing. Beautiful. And then just bring both knees into the chest, wrap your arms around your shins and really bring your nose up to your knees. Flex the feet and point them. And flex and open all the toes and scrunch. Open and scrunch. Good. And then put your arms inside your legs and grab your feet on the inside and pull your knees down to the outside of your shoulders and flex the feet back. Good. You can gently rock from side to side. Great. So this is really lovely stretch through the hips and lower back again. Great. And then bring the feet together, knees together, and see if you can grab your feet on the outside. So if you can't, then use your strap to do so. Okay? So grabbing the feet on the outside, and then we bring the knees into the chest, pulling the feet down. Beautiful. All right, rock and roll. So just rolling along that spine, bringing those knees in. Okay, and then try and touch the floor behind you. 3. Okay, let's look at 3 for me. And then stretch the legs out in front. And just wherever you can hold your feet. Inhale and exhale, feet behind you. Inhale, forwards. Exhale, backwards. Inhale, forwards. So this time the legs are straight. Exhale, backwards. Let's do one more. Inhale, forwards. Exhale, backwards. Beautiful. Nice work. And come up to seated. All right, so the hands are next to the hips, feet are flexed, and really lifting up the sternum, bring the collarbones back, and the dorsal spine in. Marvelous. Alrighty, good. So now let's move into Adho Mukha Virasana. So I'll just move this a little bit more into camera here. There we go. Okay, so I've got my big toes touching, my knees are as wide as my mat, and then I just sit back onto my heels. Now, if your bottom is not on your heels, excuse me, then get a blanket or a cushion and put it here, because what you really want is that sense of contact. So let's sit up first of all. So you want to have that sense of contact of the buttocks to the heels, whichever way that you do it. And if you have any knee issues, really make sure that you get a blanket or a towel and you put it right into the crease of the knees to create some openness in the joint. Okay, so knees apart, big toes together. Let's just interlace the fingers behind us, bringing them down toward the floor. Try and have the heels of the hands together like that behind you. All right. And let's inhale, opening up the chest, and exhale, moving your body forward. Now, bring your forehead to the floor. Now, if your forehead is not coming to the floor, then use a block at whatever height that you need. Okay. And then inhale and change the interlace of the fingers. Open up through the chest, bring the shoulder blades together, lift those hands up, and then exhale, coming forward. So imagine someone's pulling your hands behind you, and then exhale, chest down, forehead down, hands up. Okay, doing 2 more, so change the interlace of the fingers, open, and exhale. Open. So just keep changing the interlace of the fingers. So there's going to be 6 altogether. So 3 sets of 2 different hands, types of hands. I'm doing 1 more. Keep the heels of the hands together if you can. Otherwise, just have the hands come apart. So just opening up the shoulders for what's coming up next. Last one. Beautiful. Alrighty, now I want you to walk your hands forward like a cat and then open up your fingers, arms are straight and looking directly between your hands as far into the distance as you possibly can. So I have a shelf here, so just imagine I'm looking past through the shelf. Good. And then inhale and come forward and exhale into the dog. So we're going to do 3 sets of this. So inhale, knees to the floor to the outside of the mat. Exhale, toes together, sit back. Inhale, you come forward and open up the feet and exhale into the dog. So inhale forward, knees apart, toes together. Inhale forward, so you bring your shoulders over your wrists, open up the feet, exhale into the dog. That's 3. Let's do 6 more in your own pace. So really focusing in on your breath. So you inhale forward and you exhale down. So it's like you inhale to open and you exhale to close. Two more for me. I might have lost count, but that's okay. I'm sort of thinking about 9, but talking at the same time, I forget my count. And that's okay. Last one. Okay, and finishing on the downward dog. So your feet should be fairly wide apart. Look at your hands and just really open them up, open all the fingers. And bring your sit bones right up to the sky, lifting up your ankles, your heels, I beg your pardon. And then press your hands back so your back is really straight in alignment with your wrists. So wrists, elbows, shoulders, and the sit bones are all in a line. And then exhale, bring the heels down. Excuse me. Okay, beautiful. Now bring your feet together. Adjust the hands if you need to. If you find your hands are slipping, then it's good to go up to the wall, and then you can have your hands like this up to the wall, and that way you don't slip. But get a really sticky mat. Alright, now lift up the right foot and have the inner groin coming to the sky, and then exhale, bring the knee to the chest. And then inhale, stretch, and exhale to the chest. So each time you exhale, you're coming into the plank and exhale. So the right leg, you're not trying to fly it up, it's in control because we're working on our lower back. And exhale, both feet together. Inhale, left knee to the chest, shoulders over the wrists. Exhale, foot stretches out behind you. Inhale with control. And exhale, stretching that leg out behind you. Inhale, knee to chest. Exhale, stretch it out. Beautiful. Now walk those feet up to the hands, and hands to the feet. And I've just got my feet just a little bit apart, like hip width apart. And I'm just going to put my hands under my feet with my toes and my wrists. So bend your knees if you need to. In fact, let's all bend our knees. And then you're going to bring the collarbones back and press the toes on the wrists. And so you're trying to pull your arms up, but you can't because your feet are on your hands. This is a handstand, by the way. Ha ha ha. Okay, straighten the legs. Bring the weight slightly forward.
Great, and really pull with your arms to bring your elbows toward your shins. So we're doing two things here. We're working on our wrists, so we really press with our toes because we've had the wrist the other way for quite a while. And we're also lengthening, elongating through the spine. Beautiful. Just release. All right. Now, I want you to stretch your arms out in front of you and put your biceps next to your ears, legs straight. And look at the insides of the feet, they're parallel, very important. Lift and open the toes and replace them. Move your heels back. Legs strong. And then inhale and come all the way up. Good, with the arms straight. Now, if this is challenging, then wonderful. If it's painful, don't do it, all right? If it's painful, bend your knees. So, inhale, stretch up, and exhale. Keep your ears between your arms as you bring your fingertips to the floor. Exhale. And then inhale up. And exhale down. Keep the kneecap strong. Quadriceps strong. Control. Inhale. Arms straight. And exhale. Beautiful. All right. And let's just bring the hands on top of the knees. So the thumbs are on the inside, the fingers on the outside. And then just bring your collarbones open and really broaden through the chest. Bring the sternum forward. And if you like, you can move your hands down a bit lower and just get a nice flat back here. Good. Just breathe. Neck in alignment with the spine. And then put the heels of the hands onto the top of the back of the hips. Fingers up. And then elbows toward the sky. And then lift your chest forward and really try and bring the elbows together and the scapula, your shoulder blades together. And then press the hips down as you lift your body up. Good. Well done. Awesome. Okay, let's come to the front of the mat now. So what we're going to do is we're just going to inhale, lifting the arms to 45, and then exhale and bending the knees, so into a chair pose. So I've got my feet again hip width apart. So let's do two more. Inhale, and so get my feet right, exhale. Come down lower. Arms by the ears. Inhale, stretching all the way up, and exhale. Bring that bottom right down. Inhale, and exhale, swan diving the arms. Beautiful. Now, so close to the front of the mat, as long as you're not going to hit anything. All right, so we're going to do a little Surya Namaskar, but it's a modified one to sort of go in alignment with the work we're doing. So have the big toes touching, the heels are apart. Have a look down at your ankles and lift up your ankles if you notice that they're dropping. So for example, see my ankles tend to drop like that, so I lift them up. All right, good. And the arches are lifted, and lift and separate all the toes and bring those big toes back together and lengthen through the heels. So just lengthening the skin underneath the sole of the foot. All right, it's a subtle movement, but you will feel it. Okay, so now arms by the sides in Tadasana, make the arms strong. Inhale and exhale, shoulders back and down. Okay, interlace the fingers, inhale and bring the arms up behind you. And exhale, bend the knees. Alright, so we'll do this first before we do our sun salute. And inhale and bring your hands down the back of the thighs. And exhale, back to Tadasana. So inhale, roll the shoulders. Interlace the fingers the other way. Exhale. Inhale, hands down the thighs. Lifting up the chest, and exhale, rolling the shoulders, and just bend those knees and roll those shoulders at the same time. 2, 3. Beautiful. Now, Tadasana. Inhale. Inhale, lift the arms up and then palms are forward and leaning back. And then exhaling, arms down, ears between the biceps, touching the floor and bringing the hands to the beside the feet. Exhale. Inhale, sternum forward, and then exhale, come back into the dog. Inhale, looking forward, bring the right foot and then the left, flat back. Exhale, head to the knees, arms by the ears. Inhale, rise, and then exhale, swan dive to the heart. Inhale, hands come down to the lower belly. Inhaling, bringing the energy up. Exhaling, arms, palms parallel, arms by the ears. Exhale, hands, fingertips align with the toes, head down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, left leg first into the down dog. Inhale, right foot, left foot. Exhale. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, swan dive to the chest. Hands coming down, opening the palms forward. Inhale, coming back. And then exhaling, palms parallel, ears between the arms, fingertips to the floor. Hands by the feet. Inhale, flat back. Right leg first, down the dog. Looking forward, inhale, right leg first, flat back, exhale, head down, inhale, arms up, exhale to the chest. Okay, left side, so palms down and up, exhale to the floor, inhale, flat back, exhale, left foot first. Inhale, left foot first. Exhale, head down. Inhale, coming up, and exhale, swan dive to the chest. Now do the last one yourself in your own timing. So, inhale, up, exhale, down, inhale, up, exhale, down, inhale, up, exhale, down. So remember, it's always inhale on the up, and it's exhale on the down. So you do the left foot on one side, and you do the right foot on the other. Beautiful. Let's just bring our hands to our chest, big toes touching, heels apart. Okay. Just close down the eyes. Feel the energy moving through the system. Imagine there are roots going through your feet to the center of the earth and coming all the way back up again. Imagine there's a golden thread from the center of your chest that wraps around your hands and lifts your sternum up toward the sky. And another golden thread from the top of your head lifting your sternum up, your top of your head up, lengthening the back of the neck. Elbows are heavy, shoulders come down, shoulder blades down the spine. Beautiful.
Okay, let's do a little bit of balancing pose. So some of these, I'll add a couple of tricky ones and then you just do what works with you today. So we lift and separate the toes on the left foot, and with the right foot, I want you to grab the ankle and bring it to the inner thigh. Now if you can't grab the ankle, then get a strap and wrap it around, and if your foot won't come up that high, put it where you can, but just not on the knee, because we don't put pressure on the knee, so you can put it on the calf muscle or a bit higher or whatever, but just try and bring it up as high as you can, and really push that knee back. Okay, left arm is out, thumb down, and then bring that around to grab the top of the right bicep, and the right hand is holding the ankle. Good. So here I'm really broadening through the collarbones and pulling in the lower belly. And I'm keeping that left leg really strong and straight. So I'm wiggling around a little. It's hard sometimes to teach and do. All right, let's breathe. Beautiful. Now from here, bring your knee forward and pull it into the chest. So just like we've been doing on the floor. So just pulling that knee into the chest. And remember, use a wall for support if you need it. That's perfectly fine. Push that knee out to the side, left hand palm up. Get that arm nice and strong. And then if you can, grab your big toe and see if you can straighten up that leg. So that's just for fun. Because we've been doing all that Supta Padangustasana, we can try that. Whoopsie. Back to the tree pose, holding the bicep. Come on, Julia. All right, that's it. Good. And release the leg. Lovely. Just moving out through those feet, just walking them out. That's it. Good. Okay, now the left one. So bring the left foot up as high as it can go. Right hand is out, thumb down. And then bring that right arm behind you. You can use your other arm to help you. And grab the bicep. So again, use a strap. And if you can't grab your bicep, just grab your clothes, whatever you can do. But you're trying to have the knuckles forward of that backhand. And press that left knee right back. And the trick here is to bring that left buttock right in and keep the right leg really straight. And you keep focusing on bringing that right hip toward the left knee. Yeah, so this one coming that way. All right. Good. Now, bring that knee into the chest. And really bring it right in, just like we were doing on the floor before. And then bring it out to the side. Arm out to the side to balance, palm up, thumb coming away. Make that arm nice and strong. And from here, if you like, give it a go. Grab your big toe and see if you can straighten out the leg. So the other arm is like a counterbalance. Let's bend that knee back in, coming back to the tree. Just bring that arm around here. And my right side just feels so much easier. It's interesting. One day will be different to another. And legs down. Wonderful, walking it out. Awesome work, everyone. Fantastic. Okay, so let's just finish. We'll do a pigeon pose. So what we'll do is we'll just come to the front of the mat and we'll spend a couple of minutes on each side, and it's really deep through here. So when we're lying on our backs before and doing this one, it's the same thing but on our fronts. Okay, so let's inhale, raise the arms up. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, raise the head. Exhale into the dog. Looking at your hands, inhale, bring your knee to your chest, and then bring your knee to the back of your right wrist. And then look at your right foot and bring it up towards your left wrist. Okay, now here you may need a block. So for me, one side is different to another because I've had to take care of my knee. So on this side, this bottom doesn't come down so far, so I can put a block under here.
But what you want to do is just keep that toe curled up at the back and release your left hand and feel if your hips are nice and square, because if they're twisting, you're not doing what we want. We're really working on getting everything in alignment. So press that left hip down and just try putting a block underneath your right buttock in order to help support that. Okay, so I have to be careful with my right knee joint. So for some of you, we won't need this, but taking care of ourselves is paramount. Okay, top of the foot down. And then just come onto your forearms first of all and interlace the fingers. And just looking straight ahead. So feeling that action that's going on with your hips right now. And bring your sternum forward. Collarbones broadening. Shoulder blades down the spine. Great. And then let's bring our hands one on top of the other, like two fists like that. And bring your forehead onto your fists. Release and let go. And then if you can, stretch both arms out and stay here for about a minute. You may like to move or remove the block, because as you go, you'll find, particularly if you have more of the out breath than the in breath, you'll find that your body will become more loose and, well, loose isn't the word that I want, flexible, mobile. All right. Another 30 seconds. Hands back. Good. Marvellous. Alrighty, so just move that block out of the way if you're using one, and just being nice and gentle to yourself. Bring the knees next to each other and just sitting back into child's pose, arms by the sides, palms facing up, forehead down. Again, if your heels are not touching your buttocks, put as many cushions, blankets and pillows as possible, as you like, rather. Allow that back to round. Okay, coming up from there and just walking your hands forward and pressing back into your last downward dog for today. So pressing back into that downward dog, really feeling all the work you've done today, how wonderful and energized and lengthened you feel. Press all the way back. And then look between the hands, bring that left knee to the left chest and then left knee to the back of the left wrist. Left foot comes toward the right wrist. The more it comes forward, the more challenging. Okay, so this side for me is easy peasy. So I don't need a block. So we have our lower back nice and even. And just really walk that leg down. So remember, use that block if you feel that if you're twisting up like this, you're not doing the posture. We really want to keep that nice and level. So use blocks, and if your thigh is not coming to the floor, put blocks under here as well. Just put blocks here and here until you get a square posture. So this is how we get the alignment. So tuck those toes down, lengthen through that thigh. Good. Now looking forward and bringing your, clasping the hands together. Change and then move it to the sort of the way that feels unnatural. So it'll be opposite of what you did before. And then bring the chest forward. So with the body, we're always wanting to not get it too habitual one way or another, because then we can get a bit lopsided. So that's why we keep changing it into less of the hands and things like that. Little things, but they make a difference. One fist on top of the other. So you choose your option. So you can stay there for a while, or if you like, stretching all the way out. Make sure that back toe is uncurled. Just breathe. Become aware of your breath, and the pressure on your forehead will help you just to come inward. And if you start having thoughts about what you're doing next and all that stuff, just let it go. We've just got a few more minutes. Well, not minutes here, actually another 20 seconds. Walk the hands up and gently bring that knee back to meet the other one. Sitting back onto the heels, arms by the sides, palms up, forehead down. Again, if your forehead's not touching the floor, use the block. And really round your back. So this is called the child's pose. It's like the fetal position, you know, the sort of the fetal position. So it's the most calming for the nervous system. Okay, coming up. So for the last few minutes, we will just get you to do Viparita Karani, so that's legs up the wall. So you just get a block, if you prefer, use a bolster, and just have it away from the wall, about a fist distance. And what you're going to do here is then just swing yourself around, put your bottom on the block, and walk yourself in till your bottom. Yeah, so your sit bones are on the wall and the legs are straight. So the block is underneath my sacrum. So I'll just demonstrate to you being sideways. So obviously I don't have a wall here. Imagine I have a wall. So I've got the block underneath the sacrum. So it's comfortable. It's not on my spine, it's not on my bottom. And then my legs are straight against the wall. Okay? And bring your shoulder blades down, arms to 45. Some people actually like to just stay here and suspend. You can do that too, if you wish. So, closing your eyes.
Release and let go. Observing your breath. You can come back to the box breath if you like. So your choice of 3, 6, 9 or 12, where you inhale for that number, exhale for, hold the breath for the same, exhale for that number, hold the breath for the same. So just doing that, I'll keep quiet. Bring your attention to your toes, feet and ankles. And in your own words, repeat after me, either out softly or inside your head. I allow my toes, feet and ankles to relax. And exhale as you say relax. So after me, inhale. I allow my calves, knees and shins to relax. Exhale on relax. Inhale. I allow my thighs and hips and belly and buttocks to relax. Feel the lower body completely relaxed. I allow my whole of my spine and back to relax. Feel the contact of the floor on your back. I allow my lower belly, chest and shoulders to relax. I allow my fingers, forearms, elbows, upper arms. I allow both arms to completely relax. I allow my neck and my throat to relax completely. I allow the back of my head, my forehead, my eyes, my nose, my lips, cheeks, teeth, tongue, eyeballs, all of it relax. My whole head, arms, torso, legs, my whole body is completely relaxed. I am relaxed. I allow the magic of this yoga to allow myself to become more at peace with every breath. My body is strong and supple. Every cell is vibrating with the energy
of the universe. I feel totally alive. Now with that aliveness, gently wriggling the fingers and the toes to come back into the room. Rolling onto your right side, so removing the block, rolling onto your right side, curling up into the fetal position on the right. Support your head with your folded right arm. And then pressing with your left hand to bring yourself up to seated, cross-legged. Keep your eyes closed if you can. And sit on the block is always very nice. Maintaining this peaceful space, and throughout the day, whenever you get stressed or start worrying too much or anything like that, just remember this peaceful state and bring yourself back here. Let's bring the palms to the chest and we'll do one Om together. So inhale. Chin to the chest, neck is long. Thank you, universe. Thank you for all the beautiful things I experience every day. Thank you for helping me to learn and grow and develop new habits so that I can be of service in this world. Help me to be a guiding light and show me my path. Fingertips to the forehead. May I think good thoughts. To the mouth, speak good thoughts. To the heart, always coming from a positive space. Namaste. When you're ready, opening your eyes. Thank you very, very much for your company today. And I will just pause.